That was the very informative feature of the day, and with me on set is Dr. Winfred. Our topic today is nutrition and diabetes. Thank you so much, Dr. for joining us today. So even before we head on to our topic, kindly introduce yourself to our viewers.
My name's Dr. Winfred Mauga Nyamota from the Department of Foods, Nutrition and Dietetics. I work in Kenyatta University, and overall I'm a nutritionist, with a bias of clinical nutrition.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. So, Dr. this is the festive season and people have a habit of overindulging. You take a lot of chapatis, you take a lot of nyama choma. So let us talk about nutrition and diabetes, and maybe we could start with the definition. What is nutrition?
So nutrition is the science, actually, or the processes of how we utilize what we eat. So it translates from ingestion, digestion, absorption, up to the elimination process. So it's an entire process of how living organisms translate the foods they eat and the drinks they drink into nutrients that facilitate their, the health processes of life in a human being. So we have human nutrition when we're dealing with human beings. We have animal nutrition when we're dealing with animals, and plant nutrition. So for now, I'm a human, so we deal with human nutrition.
Sure. Dr. we've often heard of the terms good nutrition and poor nutrition. How would you differentiate those two terms?
So having said what nutrition is, that is the science of how we utilize the nutrients in the foods that we eat. So good nutrition basically entails taking what is needful for you, the much and what. So it touches on what to eat, how much to eat, and how. So good nutrition, or in terms of, if I could say, is when you're able to take the nutrients in the right amounts, in the right way, to facilitate the normal growth and development, and also to facilitate good health. Yes.
Okay, and actually let's talk about the link between now diabetes and nutrition. How does that come about?
So nutrition plays a critical role in the health of a person generally. So if you were to go down specifically to diabetes, nutrition is a critical component of the management of diabetes. In that it plays a key role in how to translate the nutrients that a person with diabetes is taking to be able to maintain the normal blood glucose levels under normal, or to bring the glucose levels to the normal level. So nutrition is a key aspect of the management of diabetes. It's not the only one. We have the medical treatment, we have physical exercise and other aspects. So it's an integrated approach of management whereby nutrition is one component.
You've mentioned the glucose levels. What is normal blood sugar, and what would you consider as maybe too high, too low?
Michelle, if you can allow me to first of all define what diabetes is. Diabetes is a chronic metabolic disorder which is characterized with elevated blood sugar level. This can be due to, normally it's associated with the defects in insulin production or in insulin action. So we have the insulin is an hormone produced by the pancreas, which helps to regulate the blood sugar levels. And so it facilitates the uptake of glucose after we consume our foods, especially the carbohydrates. They're broken down, and it ends up to producing glucose. And that glucose is supposed to be taken up by the cells to be able to be used to to produce energy, or to provide for energy for normal functioning. So what happens in diabetes is that it can be in two ways. It can be either the insulin is not being produced by the pancreas for whatever reasons, or the insulin is being produced but it's not effective, or it's not efficient. So either way, it all results to accumulation of blood sugars, or rather glucose in the blood, and that's what is known as what we call diabetes, when there is abnormal levels of blood sugar.
Okay, on that note,
yes. Yes, so there are different types of diabetes, but the underlying factor is either due to inefficient insulin action or lack of insulin itself, which is not, it's supposed to be produced by the pancreas. So the normal levels, for a normal healthy person, the normal levels, depending, there are classes of how we call what is normal. Now, there is what we normally call the random sugar, whereby your sugar is taken any time of your day, whether you've eaten or not. So there's a normal range within that. So that range is what we call, it's around 11 millimoles, and a low of maybe 7.8 there millimoles. That is a random sugar. That means you didn't have to fast or something. Then we also have what we call the fasting that is taken normally early in the morning. So the normal levels are between, it's around 5 millimoles, yeah? So anything beyond, it shows that the sugars are high. But also remember that we also expect that there should be some amount of blood glucose, so it should not be below 3, because that will be again too low. So any defect in glucose metabolism will show in the fasting also, whether it's too low or whether it's too high. Yeah. Then we also have what we call the postprandial. Normally this is taken like 2 hours after a meal. So there's the expected normal level. So it should be ranging between around 7.7 there millimoles to in between, depending on after how long is it, up between 7.8 to around 11 millimoles after a meal, yeah, 2 hours after a meal. So there are different ways of looking at it. But the normal levels, if I was to take a random sugar, it should be between 7.8 there, not more than, or less than, it should be less than 11 millimoles. In other settings, they use milligrams, so it should be less than 200 milligrams if it's a random sugar. If it's a fasting sugar, then it should be less than 100 milligrams.
Okay, so Dr. on that note, you're talking about maybe demystifying what diabetes is. Tell us about the signs and symptoms. How does it manifest itself?
Well, that's very interesting, because diabetes, most times, it goes for a long time. We said it's a chronic condition. And because of our health-seeking behaviors, you might not have the telltale immediate signs. Okay. But it normally comes when maybe certain complications have come in. So if I was to talk of the symptoms at the time of the manifestation, normally it's associated with the, increased, of course, first of all, is the increased blood glucose levels, what we call hyperglycemia. Then there's what we call, somebody that has a persistent hunger, you're feeling hungry. And then there's also we have things like constant urination, if I may use, allow me that. Then constantly feeling a feeling of thirst. But however, by those symptoms can only be associated, normally can only be told like over a span of a time. Most times we, because of our poor health-seeking behaviors, if somebody feels so hungry, they say, oh, I'm just hungry, it's normal. Yeah, sure. And but if it's a chronic, a way of, if it becomes chronic, that means it persists for long. It's always good to find out, and not that we should not feel hungry. It's normal to feel hungry, but there is excessive hunger. Excessive hunger, excessive thirst, then frequent urination. Then of course now those are just the outward symptoms, but the inward symptoms, signs can be many, a variety. Like if, for example, like we've said, if there are issues to do, if the sugars have been there for a long time, it has other impacts. Like it can affect the kidneys, can affect the blood vessels and all that. So. The concern of us, most of us, is that it's always late diagnosis. So even if I was to say the symptoms today and somebody just has one, so the thing is we encourage that we can always, in a way, get frequent checkups because of the high risks that we are all exposed to. That's the only way we can. But the symptoms, they are there. Okay. Yeah, but normally they manifest themselves when things have gone a bit too far. Yeah. Okay. Yes. So
Dr. you may hold on to that thought as we take a slight commercial break. You're going to take a slight commercial break, and when we come back, Dr. is going to be telling us more about nutrition and diabetes. I will leave you with the Did You Know segment. Do not move a muscle.